Hello and welcome to my LinkedIn Live session today. I am Juergen Rinelli, and yeah, in business life, I'm a senior software consultant and specialized in endpoint management and security. In private, personally, I'm totally into endpoint management and security. So I have a benefit. So great. Today I'm gonna show how simple endpoint management and security actually can be, and it should be, isn't it? All right. How it's gonna happen? I'll show endpoint central, my preferred solution, and and afterwards I will be available also for a Q&A, and you always can send some comments within the chat so that yeah, maybe I can see it and I can answer and refer immediately on it. So if you can hear everything, it would be fine. Again, if you could just get a comment into that field. Yeah, that's the question everyone is asking on such sessions. Am I audible and visible? So it would be nice if you could do so. Okay, so then let's continue. Thank you. Let's continue. I'm gonna. Oh no, I I can see. You can see any nothing. So I will have to change my screen. Add to stage. No, remove that one. Add that one, and I'm gonna change it so that you can see the whole product. Okay. So now Endpoint Central, that's my favorite solution. And yeah, I'm coming from the SCCM. I've been specialized there a lot of years. I've been working out in the field in different companies, and I can tell that I have from myself that I have a lot of experience out there. So um, I'm a 70s build, so I have a vintage CPU up there in my head, and I am always into getting everything as simple as possible. And endpoint management nowadays is easy and simple. So let's have a look on Endpoint Central. Yeah, Endpoint Central, you can have it in on-prem and in the cloud edition. Both have nearly the same feature set, and in the on-prem you can even have it as a hybrid solution. That when I mean hybrid solution, I mean that you can install it on a virtual server as well, somewhere in the cloud or something. Okay, if you have it on-prem, you will receive a PostgreSQL database with Endpoint Central installed. This is useful until 10,000 clients. From there on, it is recommended that you change to a MS SQL database. It is a one-way ticket. So once you are on MS SQL, you cannot get back. So try it out first on PostgreSQL. I love it in that combination. Of course, if you have large environments from 10,000 onwards, you need MS SQL, and larger environments from 25,000 clients onwards will need a um, another server and another instance, and you can scale it up how big you want. Each 25,000 clients need a summarization point. So a summarization server will sit on everything, and you will have your management points with 25,000 each. So yeah, I'm German, so my English might not be that fluent. So sorry again for that. So Endpoint Central, yeah, with this solution, I can manage Windows, Mac, and Linux in once, and even not only OS patching, even third-party patching on all three flavors. And the security within Endpoint Central, let's change it. Let's go to the administration area. The security is done by accessing the console through browsers, through technicians. You will have here your technicians you can add. You can add domains, more domains, not only one domain. Oh, domains. Let's have a look at that first. Domains. Okay, add here domains, different what you want to have. Even Entra ID is supported. So now the users, the technicians. You can add your technicians here. Active Directory authentication, local authentication, select the domain you wish to, and the role. A technician can get different roles. So you can decide this technician is only for OS deployment or can only do patchings. Okay, so these are restrictions, and yeah, of course, an administrator is done for everything, and you can restrict those technicians then to different remote offices. A remote office is a location you can have another, you might have in another country or in another city, and you can gather them together in remote offices, those clients there, and then address a technician only to that remote office. Devices, that's the MDM part, so mobile devices, the groups there, you can even have them associated to a specific technician. Roles can be built as you wish. There are pre-configured ones, but if you want to have more, you can have them here. You can build your own roles as you like. A two-factor authentication, yeah, that's mandatory, should be mandatory and quite normal for everyone that this is needed. So you can choose between email authentication or an authenticator app, choosing one of those or multiple. There are more out there you could use. And there is the possibility to set the OTP to be remembered in your system for a 1 day or a 0 day. Yeah, of course, 60 or 180 days is possible as well. Okay, that's about the basic security here. Now let's have a look about the architecture on its own first. Let's move on to another tab. This is the system requirements setting. Yeah, system requirements. Let's go in there first. You have here the recommendations. Let's have a look at 500 to 1,000 computers. This is the Endpoint Central server, physical, the processor, physical virtual machine, RAM size, and so on. So you can have a look in there, and the LAN architecture about the ports to be open and needed is here in that list further down. Okay, even the WAN architecture is here shown. I will share that links then later in the comment section of that LinkedIn post. So don't worry, you will receive it, and no worries, I won't send any emails out there. Okay, the WAN architecture, the security section, how to secure the communication. There is, the Endpoint Central server. You could have a failover server as well if you wish, but to be honest, if you have a virtual machine where you install Endpoint Central, nowadays it is not an issue to get the snapshot back in place. Okay, so the communication between the clients is done through the Endpoint Central server. You can have the Endpoint Central server opened into the internet directly to communicate with distribution servers and endpoints out there. Because that's not really safe, I recommend strongly that you use a secure gateway server. That's between the inner architecture and the outer world out there. So you will have that secure gateway server installed in your DMZ. And this secure gateway server you can program this proxy forwarding server on your own if you wish, but um, fully supported is only the component from Manage Engine, the secure gateway server. This is only, I believe, a 300 bucks or something. So this, if you build one on your own, I believe after 2 hours sitting there, you will have burned more money. Okay, so that's about this part, the secure communication. What else do we have? We have the ability to manage SSL certificates. So you can choose your own certificates in there for third-party certificates to for the communication between the agents and the server. We have a lot of integrations there as well, possibilities for Jira, Zendesk, ServiceNow, or Service Desk Plus from Manage Engine ticketing systems. And we have a big API where you can connect even more solutions. Okay, the agents. How do the agents get on that systems out there? First of all, we have here a summary with a dashboard again. Okay, a lot of dashboards. Those dashboards help us troubleshooting. Let's have a look here. We see agent versions. If an agent version is too old, it might not be updated automatically anymore. And we have a troubleshooting only specific for that as well. And we see agent last contacts and live status and such. The agents, how to publish them? Either through the push installation. In here, we just choose our domains, what we want to have. We choose some computers we want to have, go and next, and check it again. Remove maybe some computers, and give it already a remote office to be joined. Install agent, and the agent will be published, will be pushed. This is done through ports what have been necessarily then to be opened, the 135, 139, and 44 something. It is shown in the system requirements link I will provide later. Fine. There are, of course, other installation possibilities. There is the agent installation through GPO, Azure Autopilot, Apple Business Manager, and more other methods, even as CCM or as deployment. And for each and every of those steps, everywhere you will find that in Endpoint Central, you will have the Learn How. So clicking on Learn How in agent installation methods, GPO, I want to learn more, and you will have here more to choose, even step-by-step guides. So Manage Engine always supports in more ways how to get it easily done. My recommendation is GPO enrollment if you use your Active Directory. All right. As well, of course, there is an Active Directory sync option where you can add your computers automatically, install agents automatically, if there is within your domain a new system recovered. The remote offices. I told you there is a possibility for remote offices, gathering systems together from one location. And we have there, I have there some just as samples. And one remote office can be used and established even through a distribution server. We added a distribution server. This is a repository in that remote office then for software and patches and even OS deployment. And you can have a direct communication as well if you don't want a distribution server communication. And everywhere you can even restrict the replication policy, the communication. So the data transfer rate, you can set it up as needed in that particular location. Only replicate Monday and Wednesday and Friday, and only night or whatever. You can choose as you wish. Through IP scoping, I can even um, discover all the systems and sort them automatically into those remote offices. Endpoint Central is working even with all its functionality in remote offices, not remote offices, home office, remote warriors out there, everyone not sitting in a physical office. So if they are somewhere on the road, either with a VPN, with an VPN client, or without, they can communicate with the Endpoint Central server. If they don't have a VPN client, yes, of course, then you would need the secure gateway server or open all your ports, but that we don't want. Okay, so let's go further. That's just about some basics. Endpoint Central. Oh, no, there's more. Something really important. I got asked that already. Is there a dark mode? Yes, there is a dark mode. You chose it here, light mode, dark mode. Where to set it up again? Here, the avatar, go to appearance, dark mode, or system default. And if you want to personalize the language, you can do it here, and even the time zone and the expiration time, you can set it up. Okay, I'll keep it in the white mode and even in English, and because in the dark mode, sometimes the lives are not shown really good. Okay, so summary: we have a dashboard. Cool. Not surprisingly, because every system out there, every solution has a dashboard in some way. So we have configuration summaries. We can choose and change those bars, and we can move those widgets, but we cannot remove or add own widgets. With Endpoint Central, we have a software and a hardware lifecycle we can build up as well. And yeah, system health graph. You have a lot of dashboards here. In the lower part, there are how-tos, knowledge base FAQs, and these are some English videos from the vendor itself. And I will share even my. I can do that right now as well. I have an own YouTube channel, of course, where I have built up English and German video tutorials. Each module from episode 1, installation and basic configuration, to everything, OS deployment, application control, etc. I will share that link as well later. So this is in addition to the videos already within the product. Then we do have the roadmap or shown publicly, and you can share new ideas, feature requests as well. Always a question I receive. And this is the link for first, for support already. You can raise a ticket, you have the online guide, you can call and chat with Endpoint Central team there with the support team, and they are really, really, really fast in answering. The only automatic question there will be, which module is it you need support for? And then someone will guide you through everything. They're really, really good. And support is included within the license. Okay, security dashboard and ZIAS analysis. We have a lot of dashboards. Let's have a look at the configurations. What is the configurations? The configurations is for Windows, Mac, and Linux. When I go into that, you already recognize some of them. You usually push with the Active Directory, GPOs. But in case you have a work group added there, it is really, really, really handy for you. So firewall options, secure USB, shared network printer, IP printers, always useful configurations. Mac, nearly similar, and Linux, yeah, Linux is more or less scriptings. So what else do we have? We have templates in here. We have templates for a lot of common things like disable Adobe Reader or disable the Windows calling to mom home and I want to update option. And we have collections, user and computer collections. I show that because everyone technician needs to have a look how it looks like. Do I want to work with it or not? So that's why I always show everything. I'm a technician and I wouldn't go into a proof of concept or even consider it if I don't see it in the beginning. Okay, so define collection. You can build a startup script if you wish. And we do have here a lot of, all those configurations we saw in the beginning. I always choose the same things. Sometimes, okay, secure USB. There is a simple USB port security coming from the Enterprise Edition onwards. And here you can block, for example, portable devices. And of course, have some exclusions set up there. So, and this is, it is working fine, but you're right, that's pretty simple. There should be something more in detail, more better. And this we do have in the device control section. I'll show it later. Wi-Fi. Yeah, adding Wi-Fi profiles, modify them, delete them. This is the dialog and how it looks, how it's looking like the registry manually write in or delete or add keys or import from somewhere. So that's just for the look and feel of the dialogues there. And define target. The targeting, really, really, really important. Remote offices or domain, you choose it. It is simple. Just choose the domain and then you can filter it through the OUs, AD groups, computers, custom groups, dynamic groups, even processor architecture and operating system or something. And I always recommend if you use the Active Directory, if you have a good structured Active Directory, use it as your targeting system. You just select it and you just scroll through your Active Directory. And of course, in case you choose your computer's OU, yeah, that's pretty simple. Just the huge thing, computers, you every computer. Okay, but you might have there some systems in there from with systems you are not allowed to touch automatically or in some deployments or something, or you have some patch allergens in there. So you can exclude targets as well. Build up a custom group with never touch those systems. Yeah, a custom group on one point in the admin section. You can build up custom groups. Just build one with never touch systems. Put all in there, and you only have on one place to maintain that group. You might have out there a lot of configurations with larger groupings. So yeah, you don't. If you use computers, you always have to check it. Use a custom group or something, or a UOU or whatever else. You can exclude targets as many as you wish, and you can build up here targetings as many as you like. All right, cancel. That's it about the configurations, how to build them, and there is a script repository as well. Scripts. Always on some point we will need scripts. And you can add your own scripts here in Windows, Mac, and Linux types, okay? And you can use them prior configuration, prior deployment, afterwards, or within a deployment. And these scripts, there is already a template database of 503 at the moment for different platforms. Those scripts you can add even to your repository. You do not need to build up scripts for auto lock PC or auto lock in, but from scratch, just add it from the templates into your repository. You have it in here, and then just modify it. Yes, modify the script through the script editor in here. So you have it in place. You do not need more solutions or open other programs, download the script, do it there, and etc. etc. And those scripts can be handled then everywhere through that repository, everywhere in Endpoint Central. Fine, let's continue through to the threads and patches section. Here, a lot of magic can be done, digital magic. Um, we have thousands of vulnerabilities out there, and they are coming daily. Not even daily. They're coming in each minute is something new out there. So with the threads and patches here, I have it really easy. I have the summarizations for the vulnerabilities, security configurations, systems, and patches. This is just dashboards with matrices and something for everyone who is into those dashboards. What can I patch? Let's have a look at that first. Patch database settings. I can patch everything from Vesuos, from the Windows Update Server. I have third-party patches, drivers, and BIOS. Don't misunderstand me. This is not the Vesuos. This is a separate solution from Manage Engine. They provide everything. You do not need anymore the Microsoft Vesuos server. Then Mac, even OS and third-party patches and Linux. Now you might ask, yeah, third-party patches and Linux flavors. What is supported? There is a supported applications list for the OS, Linux versions, a lot of versions I do not even know, and Windows OS applications, third-party applications. This is a huge list. I will add that link as well then later in the comment section as a comment in my LinkedIn post. Okay, that's about what can be patched. Now, when there is an agent out there, the agent will perform a scan on that system daily on or even if you have a manually updated vulnerability database, immediately after that update from the vulnerability database. Then every missing patch will be gathered within here, missing patches. You will have the weightage of the criticality of the patches in here. This is coming from the vendors on their own. There is the patch description, approval status, on which system is it missing, which platform, is a reboot needed or not, is it supported, that we have a rollback from that patch, and yeah, there are a lot of other columns you can choose for informations. If we cannot revert a patch, uninstall it, this is not due to the unwillingness from Endpoint Central. This is coming from the vendor or from the patch on its own. All right, there are more informations in front, so you can see here some more details about the patch, and always even from where is it coming, that patch. Patch name, when I hover over it, it is coming from the vendors on their own. And you have supported languages, bulletin ID is linked and everything. Fine. Now that list is big. Now it is this is a small list when I am out there. Sometimes first time installation on systems, I have I have sometimes over 1,000 missing patches and more. So if you have a lot in here, you might want to use filters. You can build up your own filters here with with a lot of conditions, all right, and choosing from different options, columns, and something. I have some filters already. So if I want to have only the critical Microsoft patches, I have built a filter, and now it is less work to maintain. It is easier to get first on that. What is my duty today in that time, today morning or what? Okay, um, let's get that filter off. We have the approval status. What's that about? If we don't want to have all patches automatically approved when they come in, um, I have to approve them on my own, either manually by going here and come on, mark it as approved or not approved, and even declined. I can decline a patch. A patch can be declined here for specific computer groups, and please add a reason for it. You will forget it. At least I am forgetting the reason after a few weeks. And if you want to exclude decline complete applications or complete systems from patching, you can have that through the decline patch here in that sector. All right. Um, the approval is necessary. Only approved and green flagged, yeah, patches can be automatically deployed on systems. Not immediately. We have to build a deployment for it. And the not approved can only be deployed manually. So in case I'm using, now let's get that 7-zip install publish patch. That's the manual way. That's the sneaker administration, the digital sneaker administration. Give it a name, add a description if you wish. And here is installation or uninstallation if it is supported. And we have the deployment. We can choose a deployment policy. That's the when and the how. I'll show later how to build that. And there is the option to publish it into the self-service portal as well. So only as a self-service portal or both deployment policy at a specific time frame, or even someone can do it on its own from the self-service portal. The targets are already pre-filled then from that missing patches dialog. And here, just go and hit deploy, and it is out there. That's the digital sneakers administration. And yeah, what to do if I don't want to have it everything manually deployed? I can do that automatically. There is the magic in here. So I can build automatic patch deployments from everything what is approved. I have it here. I have different ones here. You can always save them as new, so you do not need to make it on build everything from scratch again, just because you want to choose different targets or what. And we have here, yeah, green is already completed. The yellow one is missing. Blue would be what is actually right in the moment done, performed. And the red ones, yeah, that's the phases we have to get uh, manually troubleshooting. So, and here I have that cool feature, troubleshoot. Systems offline during deployment, yeah, that's an easy thing. Other installation issues. And then I go on the list of errors. Here I have my remarks and even README KBs, so KB articles that would help me to solve those issues. So even the troubleshooting is done easy here. This helps me saving a lot of time, this automation. And how to build up that? How to build up something like that? Windows, Mac, or Linux, just choose the system, the flavor, give it a name, critical patches clients. Let's do only the critical one and give it a Windows and third party or whatever as a description. So then Microsoft patches, just choose what you want. Critical I want to have right now only, and then I can have it patched everything, specific applications only, or build some exceptions. And third party, I'll do the same, critical patches, and I could have an exception there too. Yeah, not only one, more. I could exclude a Citrix workspace, a sub GUI, or a VPN client or something. All right. Antivirus updates can be published as well. For that, solutions in here. I recommend building a separate automatism deployment for the virus updates. Not don't do it in the same deployment as Microsoft and third-party patches. Driver updates can be automatically pushed as well, and BIOS updates. And here we can even tell the system how many days after release or approval this task has to be performed. Next, choose deployment settings. We have, again, what we saw in earlier, the deployment through some time frames. I've built up here one for as a sample with two twice a day, yeah, each weekday. But you can even publish automatically into the self-service portal. That's possible too, and both as well. All right, in the next section, we do have the targeting again. The targeting we've already been through. And now I have to choose something. It's not letting me go if I'm not choosing something. Okay, let's do that. Next, this one. This is a real cool selection, cool section for everyone out there, or maybe you on your own, who is lonely, never receiving an email, complaining about that, getting desperate about that. Yeah, here you can give that person a help and set there some email notifications. I always say, I'll do that for the first time when I set up that, something like that. But after a week or something, I remove those notifications. I will never read those hundreds of notifications. I have my dashboards and I can schedule reports would give me a overview. So this is the automation, and it is solving a lot of time. It is giving me a lot of free time, spare time, let's say, when I do not have to do that all on my own manually. And it is not no rocket science, I believe. So there is another part, testing and improvement. So you might want to have those patches prior deploying them into your environment. You might have them tested first. You can add there some test groups. These are static groups. Choose their key users from every department using all those applications. And then just choose what to deploy automatically on your test environment. You can have exceptions as well, even with the third-party patches. And here you can even postpone after the deployment into the test group for a day or something from vendor release if you want. And here is down here the automatically approved tested patches after, let's say, 3 days. By meaning, if you have 100 systems in there in that test group and the patch has to be deployed on that 100 systems, if on one system only there is a technically installation error, then this patch will never be automatically approved. So what I did in my times out there when I have been a self-employed, I had a company. Then I had synthetic monitoring systems in place, so that I did not have to rely on those biologic systems in front of my computers telling me that something is slower or wrong. All right, and then here again, of course, the deployment policy. And now it's time to see what's about this deployment policy. You all know that you have the need to deploy patches to get the environment safe, you know that if you don't do your job, uh, the company will just stop working. All right. And no one out there, or not no one, but you have always the fight with every department um, on the deployment timeframes. Yeah, everyone is telling you not now, not now. I have to work. Yeah, but I'm telling you something. There is no 8 day in the week just only for us IT administrators to get our environment safe. So I have here the opportunity to go to each department, tell them, give me a 1 hour's time slot at least a day. I don't care at which time, so that I can make my updates, and then I can create a policy here. Name it as a department policy or critical patches or whatever you want. And here you have the possibility to select then the weekdays where it should be deployed. Yeah, all days or just on specific days, whatever, or even patch Tuesday or specific calendar dates. You can choose that as well, and then choose the time frame. The minimum time frame is 1 hour, and I usually patch within the lunchtime, and you can choose it even monthly. Yeah, specific month, specific time frames, and you can have more time frames scheduled. Here is a possibility to cache the patches prior deployment. And this is needed if you want to have the initiation of the deployment at system startup. Okay, this is I strongly recommend doing that like that if you have if you want to deploy and start. Um, Yeah, so this is where you can build for each department, even each day, different time frames. So no one can tell me that they don't have at least 1 hour a day possible for me to do my job. So pre-deployment activities. This is the next step. If we want to wake up our systems prior deployment, that's possible through the agent. We can set this up, and there's a pre-deployment reboot option and the custom script I mentioned from the script repository within the configuration sector. Post pre-deployment user notification. Yes, of course, we can notify the users. We can allow them to skip, force it, show deployment progress. And here is the post-deployment activity. As long as I do not select something in here, a reboot or a shutdown will be suppressed. If I want to have a shutdown or a reboot, I have to configure it. Force a reboot, delay a reboot, skip it on servers, skip reboot if it is not required or something. And a shutdown opportunity is there as well, with even the possibility of reboot and then shutdown. This is really handy with Microsoft patches. Yeah, they are really good nowadays. You can still continue to work and something while large updates are being done. But once you reboot the system, it'll take time. Sometimes it will take a lot of time. And if you publish something on Fridays, let's say, and want your employees to work on Monday morning, then you should do that reboot prior shutdown. All right, that's about the yeah, when and how, the deployment policy. Let's go out there. And now we have been seen how to manually deploy patches, how to automate patches, and how to make even a test and approve scenario. And we've seen the how to configure a deployment window department-wise. All right, even until here, it is not difficult, isn't it? So what else do we have? We have the threats section. There are some more vulnerabilities out there. We have the CVSS scores and vectors in here, and we even have a better view in classes. So let's have a look at the Firefox. There is criticalities, and we can work from criticalities from the highest to the lowest. We can have a look what first to maintain. And the patches can be deployed here as well. Detected CVEs. This is a combination of it. Yeah, that's the same within the vulnerabilities. Just another view where you can have the scores set up and sorted criticalities, and you have even a link, a referral to mitre.org for more in-depth informations. Zero-day vulnerabilities. Yes, they are here as well. And sometimes you do not have even a fix available, but you see the vulnerability and which system is it, and you can have respective security measurements done. All right. So next thing is system misconfigurations. Even this is done sorted in different classes and with the criticality. And even here you can have more informations on which systems and deploy that secure configuration. High risk software. Yeah, do you know out of the box what is expired out there? Here it is shown through the agent discovery. And software does not to be discovered has not to be deployed through Endpoint Central first. Everything what is out there will be discovered, and the expiration will be seen, and what will expire next at which time, on which systems. Peer-to-peer and remote desktop sharing, we have that information as well. If there is something out there, web server misconfigurations is the only thing I cannot publish anything. But I see the description and the resolution on which system is this misconfiguration. So even here, I'm getting a hand on how to do more security. Port audit showing me which ports are open. Why is this port open? From which solution is it used? Next thing is the compliance section. Compliances, a word everyone hears nowadays, twice or three times a day, or even more. We do have audits here. We can have through built-in templates. We can have for Windows and for Linux these CIS and stick benchmarks, helping me for my hardening my systems, and even for the audits for to perform those ISO certifications and whatever. How it looks like when I have published something. I'll show you one of the reports now. The benchmarks. Let's go in that one. It takes a while to gather the informations. And we have, of course, we have a compliance percentage. This compliance percentage here, 25%, is really not good. And if someone is coming an auditor and sees the 25% compliance, what is he doing? He is going home again, leaving you a bill there, but he's going home. And you want to harden your system. You want to have it first set up on your own so that it will get green. So what to do? You have a view on what is failed and passed. You can sort it to failed only, and you will have a summary, a rationale, and a how to fix that. So then slowly you will get your systems hardened and better. And there are some compliances as well. They are telling you you have to have a system quarantine policy in place if systems are vulnerable or something. We have that within Endpoint Central as well, through different rules, yeah, with what we can set, our vulnerabilities, let's say vulnerability, exploit availability, available, whatever you want to choose, or CVSS above 8. You have an audit or a quarantine option. Block all network access or only intranet in range. That's all possible. And here you have an notification possibilities, and as well the agent is communicating with Endpoint Central. This won't be blocked. So if that system is patched through Endpoint Central and secure again, then it will be free from the quarantine automatically. All right, that's about the compliances. And last but not least, there are some reports. We have predefined reports for system health report and something. We can schedule all those. And we have executive reports, executive threat summaries, and we can schedule everything, even the CIS compliance reports. Fine, that's about the patching and of my systems, OS and third-party patching. Once it is set up, it will give me a lot of valuable time for my valuable assets, my experienced administrators out there, so they have more time again, either to hand their experience further down to trainees, or to have more time for their creativity to solve other issues in the company. All right, software deployment. From now on, everything is simpler, easier, because we passed through all the basics already. Software deployment. You know that. Software deployment in companies. Don't disturb my employees. They don't have the knowledge. They don't know how to answer the questions while the installer is running or something. So what do we need? We need full installers, because clients are not allowed to download something from the internet on their own. And we need, yes, silent install switches. And both of it, nowadays you won't find them easily on the software vendors' home pages. Mostly you will need to contact the support from them, or go to some forums. Okay, forums. That's the German word. I forgot the English word. I'm so sorry. So there is, from Manage Engine, already a template database. 222,973 templates. Different operating systems. And yeah, what is it? Different solutions. So if you click on it, you see this is the full installer coming from that vendor directly, and the silent install and uninstall switches. And they are not the same every time, those switches. So yeah, here it is silent. Everything is different. So if you want to have a package to deploy, just find it in the templates, create a package, tell the system if you want to have it automatically updated in the self-service portal, so there is the latest version always only available, or change it in the templates, or and even build a new package, create a new package when there is a new version out there. So you can do that even here automatically. Once a package is created, you just go in here and install that software on the computer. Same dialog as we saw already. We choose the target and we just say deploy. In case of 7-zip, I've made a video to show it. I have it installed in 3 minutes on the first client, even though I don't have a package first. Okay, just using the templates, creating the package automatically, deploy it, done. Of course, some of the packages you need to modify. There are some pre-requirements maybe. So in this case, just go to modify. You have the pre-deployment activities you can give in here. And check conditions, manage ongoing processes, uninstall some software if needed, and even post-deployment activities can be performed, can be configured. Uninstallation in the same package, no second package needed, same package, same possibilities, advanced settings, just more information about that software. So even if you want to have a file folder operation, let's say some user specific configurations from that application stored locally in a config file, just copy that into a temp folder, and after the installer or the update program ran over it, publish it, push it back to from the temp folder to the location where it has to be. So even that's possible. This is just a small sample of it. Okay, cancel. Let's go out here again, and of course you might need some software, other software what is not supported within the templates. So you can create your own packages for Windows or for Mac just by clicking in here, choosing MSI or exe, use the license module and license type, and from where is the installer's shared folder, local computer, just drop it in here, and then install switches, pre-deployment, post-deployment activities, and don't forget to configure at once immediately the uninstallation parameters. That's it. So even packages are created easily. And if you want to have a published software, let's say, choose some, as a basic configuration on computers or pre-requirements task sequences. Yeah. So a new computer joined a specific OU with new OS on it. So you want to have automatically installed that software. You can configure it like that, add even more packages, and give it a sequence, and then choose the deployment policy, the target, and done. So even this is possible. And now there is the word coming again. But why should I? Why should I install software automatically on each computer? Only because 20 years ago, someone decided that we need that software in each and every computer. This is outdated. Just imagine you have 1,000 clients out there, 1,000 clients with 7-zip on it, and you just have 50 users using 7-zip. So you will have yes, do the math, 950 possible security issues out there what are not needed. 950 systems you need to patch and run after patch failures. So why should you do that? Publish it into the self-service portal. There's the self-service portal, and believe me, the self-service portal is totally easy to configure. Computer or user groups, give it give it in what you want to have published, allowed to the users to install. I'll show you the self-service portal as well. Because if someone is telling me this is too complicated, and if this someone is having a smartphone in his hand, I'm gonna take his smartphone away, because a smartphone is more overloaded than this software self-service portal. Yeah, you can install, repair, or uninstall software what you have on it, and even the updates are here shown here then. So this is totally easy. No one can tell me this is too complicated. Fine, that's about the software deployment. Now let's go further. Inventory. To take it on the time. Yeah, inventory. Let's have a look on the inventory. It is the hardware, the asset summary. Yeah, within here you can see everything, literally everything about the systems. Summary of the asset system, summary, drivers, groups, users, hardware, monitors, motherboard, what is physical memory, what is in there, what could you build in there, software, even uninstallation of software is supported here, and the software metering you can have, and because of a software metering, when you want to choose, see how often and how long is a software used on some computers, yeah, it is a budget thing. Yeah, then you can export those reports only. You can configure it so it is only allowed to mask or remove personal information. So no one can, yeah, can see that someone is not working or something. Certificates are here as well. What you can have the stores shown, file details, a summarization of movie and audio files, security infos, USB audit, and the history, even power event history. Fine, that's about the asset summary. Of course, everything has every hardware component is gathered in here. Software, whatever software is out there. We have a lot of old software maybe in the environment, and it's from the 7-zip 19. You cannot update to the 26 version. You need some steps in between. Yeah, and here just uninstall and reinstall them later. We have the possibility to prohibit software with automatically uninstallation as well, and block executables with path and hash. This is shown, this is nicer within the application control then. And there's the license management. We can have the software lifecycle built up here, just add some informations and associate those licenses to a computer, associate but not licensing those computers. All right, and even alerts shouldn't be missing in such a solution. Yeah, if someone is taking his 8K monitor on Friday afternoon home to play some games, I will get an information when he's bringing it back on Monday. Disk space proactively and certificates some of the notification abilities. A MDM solution is built in here as well. So we have here Apple, Android, Windows, and Chrome OS systems, what we can manage. We can deploy self-supervised and bring your own devices with the configuration containerizations. We have the possibility to add the app business manager, and here Android QR code enrollment. Cool thing is that just welcome screen 7 times, tap on it, and you will have the camera on online, and you could scan that QR code in order to enroll the systems. Management through groups, then we manage every the systems into groups, and on groups we can publish profiles and apps. So profiles can build for iOS, Android, Windows, macOS, tvOS. Even from the UEM edition onwards, you have the modern management where you can manage Windows and Mac OS systems. Let's say you want to have performed a wipe on them, or you want to have a kiosk mode on them. Those are some samples you could do through the modern management within the MDM module. A lot of M's. Android profile looks like that. Even OEM configurations for Zebra, Honeywell, and Data Logic, some you can perform here. You can publish, and it looks like that. Passcode, restrictions, kiosk mode, whatever. Everything is nearly the same within the profiles for the iOS. Just showing it because not everyone is like me, only Android fan. So you have the same, pretty much the same things here, and even more features. And then we have the app repository. Yep, you can add your Apple account or Google and Windows account and publish apps. Even as not only store apps, even the enterprise apps you can publish. App auto update policies is in here. We have automatic OS updates helping me to automate everything. I don't need to do everything on my own manually. Then there are announcements and a remote control. Even conditional access can be established, and fences, geofencing, geo-tracking can be established as well. All right, let's go and move on to the tools. It is just a presentation of how to simplify my endpoint management. It is not a, shouldn't be now a workshop. So let's go on to, into remote control, coming with all editions and even possible into terminal sessions from terminal servers. This is webinar. All right, connect. This is the usual remote control. You know that from other solutions out there, TeamViewer, whatever, and it is coming in every solution. It is included. And we can set up that the user has to allow you to view his user session. And if it is not if he's not allowing it or the system is locked, you can use Control-Alt-Delete and log in with your own credentials. You can blacken the monitor, take screenshots, have performance statistics already shown. Yeah, poor, don't go on it. It is it won't help. Then there is quick launches. If the system is already slow or it won't get quicker when you go remotely on it. So, or even if you have a system in a different language, in a language you do not know, yeah, there are quick launches. So they help you open quick control panel or firewall or whatever, just with one single click. There is power options and admin tasks, cleanup and cleanup disk or update GP update force or something. We have file transfer and text chat, voice call, and video call. And even multi-monitors are supported, and I can even invite other users into my session. Okay, that's the usual way, but we are more than usual. We have the system manager here. Even this is included in every edition. I can go into the processes, task manager. Let's have a look on the processes running on that system. This takes a few seconds because it is gathering all the informations right now. And then here I can even kill those processes. Even startup programs I can maintain. I have a task scheduler. I can rename the computers. I have the services. Even that is really helpful. Really often I need to know yeah, which lock-on user has been used, or how is the status of that startup type of that particular service. And even if I want to start or stop that service or change the mode, it is possible right here. Command prompt, PowerShell, a registry editor is in here. File manager do we have as well. How it looks like that. There's the file manager and event viewer. The device manager is cool as well. In the on-prem edition, I have the possibility to enable and disable devices. In the cloud edition, this is not possible at the moment. But Manage Engine is really working hard on everything to get everything identical. All right, hardware, software, even here, software can be uninstalled, yeah, through the action buttons. This is just an overview of the systems manager. Remote shutdown with a scheduling or even log off inactive users, specific users. Wake on LAN, chat, announcements. Announcements, create an announcement computer-wise. We have a maintenance or something and give it the time frame, even multiple times, telling a colleague how you love him every minute or something. And there are some system tools as well for cleanup tasks. Fine. there is the OS deployment as well in the system. We have only at the moment only the possibility to create images and deploy Windows images and deploy them hardware independently to other systems. As I said, it's done it's done through a imaging process, and the drivers, the necessary needed drivers out there, can be added into a repository in here. And we have even a missing driver section showing me on after deployments, is there some drivers missing? And we have vendor drivers in here. These are for Lenovo, Dell, and HP, the PE drivers. So when I create a deployment media, a boot media, PXE, USB, or ISO, I just choose the vendor drivers I need, or choose some from the repository, whatever I want. The deployment template allows me to create create a new SID, an automated naming, a domain join. Even this is configured in here. And the deployment can be done either through a zero-touch task or a deployment a time frame where I started right now for 10 minutes or something. This is the overview of the OS deployment. And there is within my videos, my series, I'll show everything how it looks like when we do it actually. So what else? I talked about the device control within the configurations, that this should be nicer. And the device control in the security edition allows me that. There is policies. You start with trusted devices. You create trusted device groups, different to the types. And you can even import CSV files from other solutions if you have and want to migrate. And once you have a trusted device group, you can go and publish this Windows or Mac to, let's choose only allow trusted devices, choose my policy, and then file access or file shadowing, and even disable autorun, and even if I want to allow to write, then you have to encrypt the system. This removable storage device. It's done through the BitLocker to go. Okay, and then you deploy it, even allow a temporary access request if needed. Temporary request access can be seen then here, and even created on your own. Computer name, username, specific time frame, and a specific device only. So this is really, really nice. Then the easiest part of Security Edition, the BitLocker management. Even working if I do not publish from here a policy for the BitLocker encryption. It looks like that, TPM only or enhanced PIN, and you can store the recovery key in the even in the domain controller, and even for more security, periodically change that. Recovery of the key is done here. Search the computer, and you do not need to put in all the identifier. And this works even, and it saved my butt as well once, even if you have a system encrypted, but not through Endpoint Central. It shows me the recovery key. Cool thing. All right, then we do have Endpoint Data Loss Prevention. Even this is here really easy configured. Create a rule, custom rule, or select what is already here. Let's say for Germany, I'm German, so these are German bank numbers and whatever. And then you just publish it. Again, publishing to groups. Come on. Connection error. Yep. I love it if something like that happens. So then let's choose another system. That's not a problem at all. I have more systems out there. So now it's coming again. I'm so sorry, but you see, that's life. Life is life. Okay. I've been in the data loss prevention policy deployment. I wanted to deploy some policy. You just choose what you have selected, and then you choose file access, file upload, audit only within trusted device, whatever. You can whatever you choose, some more options might appear. Browser security. Yeah, don't forget your browsers. They have to they want to be configured as well. So you have policies here to show, to deploy add-on management, browser customizations, set the give some content restrictions, proxy, bookmark management, set a default browser, yeah, or build some web filters, yeah, block the XXX pages or something. Yeah, and there is compliance overviews, CIS compliance overviews already available in here. By configurations, you go through the weightage from above downwards. Application control allows me to, yeah, it is better to maintain the security when you apply application-wise the some allowances. Let's say you have application groups, an allow list or a block list, and you create an allow list for Windows or Mac through verified executable file hash vendor, whatever. You choose that, and even a block list you can build. You deploy that and associate those to computer groups. And let's have a whitelist. And yeah, in my time, we said whitelist and blacklist. And nowadays, you're not allowed to say that. So whatever is in, when we are in the audit mode, whatever is on the block list, it won't be working. But everything on the system will, everything else will work. In the strict mode, when we want to have that zero trust, then only what is on the whitelist will be working, and we can allow a request as well. When you want to go to the strict mode list to zero trust, it will take time. So then I recommend just publishing a whitelist and a block list, and then once this is out, just put one application on each side, on a allow and a block list. And then when you go and click on the deployment, you will see not only allowed and blocked apps, you will see unmanaged apps. And then you just choose, all right, this app, I want to have it allowed, add to existing group, allow list, choose the list. So this is easy then to build up a strict allow listing. And privileged management will allow you to provide elevated rights to applications what always demand a local administrator. And local administrator accounts can then be removed here as well. Don't forget to set some exclusions set prior for administrative accounts, what should be retained. Don't just go there and click on that link, please. I already had that, so that's why I'm telling it. What else? Device control. Oh, DEX, digital employee or endpoint experience. Even employees are endpoints in my understanding. So experience score trends. We have more trends. We can even see if a update process has been done something bad to the experience score. We have the devices scores. We can see, okay, that's a 48. That's not good. Why is it a 48? Memory swap size, application crash. Oh, yeah, it's due to available disk space less. So we can proactively here work and prior the users come and tell us something is not working. We have insights and we have even remote actions we can deploy. We have workflows to build up here. It looks like this. Let's say deactivate local user. These are some we pre-configured. Um, let's say, yeah, a system, a user is inactive more than 90 days, then deactivate that local user. Yeah, local user. Did I say loser? Ugh. Okay, deployments is the logical thing. We deploy those things. We have dashboards, what we could build, even create custom dashboards in here, and build, yeah, that's, as I said, custom dashboards. And extensions are provided from Manage Engine already. They are coming more and more. Those are scripts and workflows, sensors. Sensors are reading some information, details out from the systems. Yeah, and even, yeah, more dashboards, Windows 11 readiness, sustainable dashboards, sustainable IT, how much power consumptions, what system has, or something like that. Settings. Settings allows me to set up everything on my own. No one is pre-configuring something for me, and I have to live with it. I have something baseline, but I can change everything how I want to have it in my company, giving me a lot of freedom. So what else? The last thing is, yeah, malware protection. There is in the we have an anti-ransomware and the next-gen antivirus, EDR we do have, and from the detection solution, Manage Engine, Endpoint Central is second from all out there. From the last um, compliance or testings has been last year, November or December or something. With false positives, true positives, I have a huge, a good way to for forensics and something. But this is really, really, really a lot to show, so it won't be possible to do that right now in that overview. Reports. Um, we can schedule reports. We can build up custom reports and custom dashboards. A new report, even with different charts, what we want to see, and we have query report possibilities. Active Directory reports already in here. If I add a direct Active Directory, unused user account, something like that, GPO reports. But those Active Directory reports available only in the on-prem edition at the moment. And there are lots of more reports, inventory and something. Yeah, everything can be seen with drill downs and more further informations and filterings. Okay, so that's been everything about the Endpoint Central edition, the security edition in here shown. And yeah, you might want to know more about the solution. So manageengine.com. We have here the Endpoint Central about the features, everything about the features, and Manage Engine has a huge startup, a huge partner network worldwide. This is shown here within partners. So worldwide, we have a lot of partners supporting you in your language if you want to have their support and a contact. So you can always address it to the partners worldwide, or even write me, and I will provide you the correct partner for you. In and the pricings are shown on the manageengine.com site for all the solutions. And this is for me always something I want to see prior going into a proof of concept. And if my budget allows it at all, because prior falling in love with the product, I want to see if I can afford that love. Okay, so that's why I'm showing this. It is always shown on manageengine.com, and just go to the products Endpoint Central, and within um, get quote, yeah, you have the store up here, and you will see the um, details. There is even a free license out there, free edition, completely free, the security edition for up to 25 devices. So if you wish, install it on your own system, on your laptop. I've done it as well for my family. And or register for the cloud edition. The cloud edition can be has a free edition as well, of course. And once you register for the cloud edition, please take care if the data center is addressed correctly. So there are different data centers in the world. We have 16 worldwide, and we have 2 in Europe already. So take their care there. Fine, that's been with my presentation. I cannot see any questions in the comment section here, or I might have been overlooking it, but no comments. As I mentioned, I will show um, I will share, not show, I will share some links in the comments from the LinkedIn post. And ManageEngine.com is reached here. And yeah, so for more information there. So I am happy that you joined, and yeah, whatever else I can help you. Oh, let's share that as well. Hi again. So I'm happy that you have been here, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me through LinkedIn or go to one of the partners out there. I'm Juergen Rinelli, and I'm totally into Endpoint Central because, yeah, SCCM, I've been working a lot of years with it, and even with Matrix and DSM have been working. And yeah, for me personally, this Endpoint Central solves a lot of things without needed to not without rocket science studying, and without an Hogwarts certification or something. So thank you to be here, and hope to see you soon. Bye.